good afternoon, Joe here, WoolieCottage.com, and it's Boxing Day. Welcome all. I hope you've had a nice couple of hopefully relaxing days. And the older we get, the more chilled out we just want it to be, and something decent to watch on TV. We watched the new Indiana Jones movie yesterday over on Disney Plus, so yeah, that was us happy. I always feel happy anyway. That's all that counts really at the end of the day. So it's just a quick, short, sweet natter today. I'm going to go through the last of the Advents that we've got and the Christmas Day Advent bat, which is 100 grams, which I shall open up in a bit when people start popping on. I've just been getting some more warp done on my warp frame. So tonight, tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling, I'm not feeling great, I will get them done. And these things that I've been opening up the last week or so that haven't been going on to Advent videos, I will get spun up in due course. I just need a couple of weeks off to myself, to be fair. I just want a couple of weeks to get on some bits and pieces that I want to do, and then it'll be dye pots out again next Thursday. So yeah, that's how it's going. Not much to my mood at the moment. I just want to relax. I just want some chill time. Right. One more in here. Anything else? Nope, that's it. That's it. Everyone happy. Hello everyone. Happy Christmas. There's only me and you here, Liz. And you've probably just popped off again because there's no one here. There's just me and you. How's your COVID doing? I'll wait till you see if you pop back on again. Poor Liz was diagnosed, come down with COVID last week. So she's not in the best of moods. See? That's what happens when you go to functions. That's what happens when you go to functions. Right, so we have got... I do have one that's missing. And there's a reason for that. I ran out of it. And it was... where are we at? Grey, peach, silver... There it is, yeah. Pink, grey, fair isle. COVID is okay. Do you feel fed up with the situation? I know, because you daren't pass it and go anywhere in case you've got it, an infection version of it. Yeah, do you know what? You're answering me, but my little signs at the top there saying that there's nobody here. So it looks like I'm talking to the invisible lady. Yeah, the wool that I did have that was supposed to go in here, but I'd run out of it, was Grey Pharaoh. And I do actually have a bit over there. Bear me a second. I'm always popping off, aren't I? I'm always popping out. Where are you, you little so-and-so? Yeah, here's a bit of it here. So I'd overdyed this with some, hiya Hilly. I'd overdyed this one with some, I think it was bubblegum pink or something like that. It was supposed to be pinky grey over Pharaoh. So it's a Grey Pharaoh wool. It's a really nice one to give it a try. It's a very ancient breed. It's similar to that of a Finnish wool, an Icelandic, but it actually feels quite soft to the touch. It'd be itchy against your skin, but it makes for really good boots and stuff like that and weaving. By the way, you absolutely love the Chapel's Choice art bat from the website. Oh my god, it's beautiful. The one with the weaving set and bag. Is that your mum's? Oh, you've not been able to open it? Oh God, yeah. Oh, you'll have to wait then, won't you? New Year's Day. I have Christmas on New Year's Day. So that's the one that comes in one of these. But I never had enough left over from dividing them up for the Christmas Advents. And I kept meaning to take it downstairs when I had my dye pots out to dye it up. But I just hadn't got round to it. So what we'll do is we'll get on. We've got day 21, 22, 23, 24 was the Pharaoh one, and then there's 25, which is Christmas Day, which I know Hilly would have opened hers up by now. So 21, really luxurious blend in this one, believe it or not. It's another one that's a dark wool. Use natural fibres in with this one, and this is the bat. It is grey and green, and it's a merino camel blend with a merino alpaca blend and merino tussa silk all been added into this. If I can just open it. And as I say, like I mentioned the other day, that I like to leave the natural fibres, especially if there's dark colours. I love blending with them and I love over dyeing them, but when I'm doing something like this, I like to try and make sure that some of the natural shows through, so you can see what it looks like on its own. But we've got this, so you've got these natural greys, which are like grey merino with the camel, and you've got the greens in there, which is the merino as well. So it's quite deceiving. There's not a lot of it in there. Yeah, it's got a merino camel blend, a merino alpaca blend, and a merino to silk. So it is quite unusual. It's a little bit different, but it means that when I spin it off, it's going to be predominantly grey or natural underneath, and it's not going to be a lot of green in there in comparison to if I'd over dyed it. So yeah, so that is the where are we, 20, 21, 22. Oh, this one's pretty. Hand dyed again, a luxury fibre. I've got two little ones in here. Perfect, because they'll go in art bats next week when I get stuff listed up on the website for the week after. So this one's probably the better version. It is hand dyed pearl fibre. Now, pearl fibre is it is a man-made fibre. It does go through the cellulose process, but it's actually UV resistant. So it's a good one to have if you're making jumpers or shawls for the summer months. Not really, really lightweight ones. Spins up like a silk. So you could quite easily, so there's peach in that one a lot more, and there's a little bit more hint of peach in there, and then you've got the pinky, rosy pink colour that's in that. But it's a really, really lovely fibre. As I say, it's UV resistant, so it reflects the UV light. Really good one to get in. I'm trying to think how much it is. I think 100 grams, I think it's maybe like £4.50 or something like that at the moment, or they're selling it in 50 grams. But yeah, I think it's 100 grams you can get these in, but it's really, really shiny. It has got, I would say it feels like a mulberry silk but thicker. So it's really nice fibre to have a go at. Anyway, if you want to get some in your stash. And I dyed them in acid dyes as well. As I said before, I'll sort of do little samples. I have got a couple of videos when I've shown you how I do my jar dyeing of different fibres. Silks dye really, really well in a dye pot with the rest of my colours, and generally if I'm dyeing my rovings I like to put them wedged down the side, especially if I'm doing different colours all the way through it, so that the silks can get a spot of each colour that I'm dyeing with. Top tip for doing it, you want to soak them in a bowl of water, even just like this, all rolled up, adding some washing detergent into the water. Silks, leave them overnight. Best thing to do, because they'll sit and float, and once they start to soak underneath the water, you know that it's completely saturated the liquid. It takes a while for it to saturate liquid. That's half the reason why sometimes when you see me with my hand dyed silks, it's mottled more than it is actually dyed all the way through. It's because sometimes I just don't wait, I haven't got the time, or I just all of a sudden decide, oh, I'm going to do that, I'm going to use that, so I'll pop upstairs, get what I want, come down, and I'll soak it for about 30 minutes with the wool. I'm just not giving it enough time to do it. But as a general rule, if I want it solid and I need it solid for a custom order, then I'll soak it overnight in a bowl of water for literally to the next day, about 24 hours. But you want it just to sit underneath the surface of the water, and then you know it's sunk and it's completely saturated. Plant-based fibres, you're supposed to use Procyon cold water dyes. It is possible on some of them to actually dye with acid dyes, but the best way to do that, again, you can actually, these were just dyed the same way as they do the silks, straight into the pot with hot water, acid and all the rest of it, and detergent on there, because the detergent, or you can get Synthropol overseas, but the detergent acts like a glue, and it helps the the dye pigment adhere to the fibres. You could also do the same thing and use jam jars. Save your jam jars and your coffee jars, and we'll do some of that later on in the next couple of months. I will show you how to do that, and then you just bambury it. But the longer you leave it in the water, I need to find that video and maybe put it on my blog post over on my actual website. Find the video where I've done jar dyeing before. Really quite simple process to do. It can be really messy. That's all. Anyway, so that's what that is. And the last one out of these to unwrap is Silver, Blue and Rose. Oh, it's got a little something inside it. I can feel something in there. You could solar dye with them, but I've never done solar dyeing. My patience, I'd forget about them, you see. If it's not something I can deal with then and there, I'll forget about them. Oh, what's in that? Oh, another little pot of clips. All the little light bulb pins was in that. I think there's about, I don't know, probably about 10, 15 or something like that in there. A little box, one of those. And there was speed weaves in the Christmas Advents as well. Speed weaves, bath salts for some people, notebooks and pens, and some other bits and pieces. I'll read off the list in a minute. But this one is day 24, and it's pink grey, and no, it's not. Day 23, and it's silver, blue, and rose. It's got wool neps, Chester silk, 18.5 merino, pineapple fibre, and stellina in that one. So it's got these lovely turquoisey blues and pinks. And it's been blended up with a standard dyed merino, milled dyed merino, just to give it a bit more balance. Otherwise it's really, really fly away wool. There we go. So that's what's in that one. A little bit of neps. Not too many to annoy people, just a bit, just a little bit, yeah. And then the last one is Christmas Day Bat, which is 100 grams of hand-dyed merino with mulberry silk, Chester silk, and merino with trilobal. So this was the Christmas Day one. So obviously it was all the rainbow colours. So I tried to just do like a rainbow bat, really, but a darker version. So you've got purple into pink, a light pink on the back of it, and then this blue into olive green. So I could keep all the colours in there to represent the colours that I hadn't that I'd left out from doing the actual listings. But there's like different shades of blue in there, and light blue, and then there's hints of purples all throughout it, and bits of blues and stuff. But it's pretty enough. So that's the last of them. Not had the same enthusiasm this year for my Christmas Vlogmas as what I would normally do. Just everything's hit me like a ton of bricks this year. So yeah, there we go. So that is the Christmas Advent Bat. It's 100 grams. And that's it. So what was the gifts that came with them again? And I'll just go through it just in case I forgot any. There's a lovely brooch. There's different styles of brooches. Different styles of brooches. Just watch. I won't find the rest of the list now. Yeah, there was. It's not there. Oh, Joe. Is it up here? There we go. There we go. So there was a knitting pattern in there. There was a crochet pattern and a felting pattern. Some people got 2 patterns depending on what hobbies they did. Sweets, rhubarb tea lights, which I had a couple left over, and they smell amazing. A Yankee candle for overseas, notebook and pen, some spar bits and pieces, some bath salts, a pack of hand-dyed locks, a speed weave, a needle felting multi-tool for the needle felters. You've really enjoyed watching these Vlogmas, Joe's, anyway, thank you. Oh, do you know, last year's and years before I had a little bit more energy in it, but you start to feel yourself flag after a bit. There was log slices in there, birchwood log slices for my felters, an artisan card from an Etsy supplier, stitch markers in a tin, bulb pins in a tin, a pom-pom maker, and some either Celtic shawl clasp or a vintage style shawl clasps. I think that was about it. Yeah, so that was this year's Christmas Advent. And I'm already thinking about the Easter one. Honestly, so I think Easter, I think I might go with the colour theme, which will be maybe go semi-solids, and then next Christmas Advent will be solids. So if you don't know what to do with your Easter lot, save it, and then you can add it to your Christmas Advents next year. Joe, shut up, we've only just got rid of this one. I know, get myself into so much trouble, honestly. Oh, so apart from Liz, has everyone had a nice Christmas? Bless you. Oh dear. Oh no. I've been poorly as well, Elizabeth, if it helps you any better. I woke up like I could have slept for a week yesterday. Really ill. Couldn't eat my Christmas dinner. I think I ate half of my beef Wellington. That's minus the pastry. I couldn't, I had half a potato. I felt so ill yesterday. Really ill. I had a 10-minute snooze on the sofa. It boosted me for a little bit, and we were both in bed just before 8 o'clock last night. So many people have been so unwell this Christmas. I'd like to blame an illness, but mine was just being a woman. It came a week earlier than I was expecting it. So yeah, I can't wait for the menopause because I'm sick and tired of it. I'm absolutely sick and tired of it. It gets worse and worse and worse. You may need to explain the speed weave at some point. Yeah, I know. I'm still trying to suss it out myself. I had some giant versions of them that I had 4 days of Advent. Went over to America and I had a yarn Advent, and they got the giant ones in theirs. They're massive. They were absolutely huge. God, no, I mean, you have to use them on a blanket or something. They're really quite simple to use, and I will do a little demo at some point on one of my live chats. Would probably be the easiest way to do it. Then I can sort of explain as I go along, especially if you ask me questions and I've forgotten it. I've got a pair of jeans downstairs that I still haven't finished off. White jeans that were starting to go bare at the knee. I thought, oh, I'll try it on those. And they're still sat at the bottom of the stairs waiting for me to finish off with the speed weave. But then, to be fair, you know my new cardigan, my big long cream one that I've been wearing recently, I got out of Morrison's, right? Well, the other day then, when was it, Christmas Eve, I had my cardigan, we were sorting out the table for Christmas Day. And Phil says, oh, I like that candle on the table. So I said, well, you need to finish off lighting this one off. So I had to burn this little one down. So anyway, I'm at the table, I'm tidying up and I'm doing bits and pieces. And I've got my new dress on that I got for £8 out of Asda, as you do, and my cardigan. And I'm reaching over and I'm talking away to him. And he's like, Joe, you've got smoke coming from your arm. I singed my flaming cardigan, didn't I? And whether it's been polyester or acrylic or whatever it is, honest to goodness, I was so close because my arm was literally on top of it. It nearly singed through my new dress, but it burnt my sleeve away with my cardigan. So there's an example of what I'm going to have to use my speed weave on and make myself some matching patches either side of the arm of my cardi, honestly. But a speed weave is you use literally like a large darning needle, and you create like these little warps with thread up and down throughout the fibre, and you use these little hooks on this speed weave, and it comes like a plate that you have to elastic band around the area that you want to stitch up, because that's essentially that's what you're doing, but you're weaving over the top of it. So you place your holy garment on this round section or a square section. I've got a rectangle, I've got quite a large one, and you attach your threads and sew them through, just grabbing a little bit in certain places. I'll explain it all to you, but anyway, once you've got that set up for your warp, then you use a darning needle to weave in and out in between, and then eventually you just tack it in, tie up the ends, and then you've got a patch to darn up your clothes. But yeah, I burnt my cardi, nearly set myself on fire. I've never done that in my life with a candle. Actually, no, I've never burnt myself before. Never nearly set myself on fire, ever. So that's how lackadaisical I've been. My brain has been in meltdown mode. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe I did it. I've only had the cardi 3.5 weeks. So what am I doing? I'm going to get warping today. I've just done this one. Finished this one off. So I'm thinking I'm going to go for 350, maybe 400 warp ends, because I added on extra ones on my loom last year, the beginning of this year when I was last did a project on it. It's been that long since I've done any weaving. Easter was the last time I did any weaving. That's ridiculous amount of time away from doing any personal projects. So yes, so I'm getting this warped up with my my different wools from the Cumbria Wool Show, and I need to come up with a plan for one that I got for me Christmas, which is a ready-made yarn warp for weaving with 320 ends. So that's Christmas that Phil got me. So it's actually given me an idea to maybe do something like this myself. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a while, but I want to see how somebody else would do it. Christmas present and birthday is a good market research. So I could be looking at doing some ready dyed up warps for the website next year. Is one of my plans. It's something I was planning on doing anyway, but yeah, definitely thinking I'm going to go down that route and do that for next year. Yeah, so that's another product. New products will be coming to the website next year. I just need to get them in the planning. Remember a little while ago, now since I've moved over to this new website, I've done some research into doing my online video workshops. And the website host that I use, if I do something like that, they charge me 9% fee. So when you say like it was 20, I don't know, £20, right, for you to have all access to X amount of videos or to one video or whatever it was, they would take nearly £2 off me, £1.80 or something off of that pricing before it's even gone to PayPal. I'm not prepared to do that. So I have got a Patreon account and I will upload the videos privately onto my YouTube and they will be linked directly onto Patreon. That's how I'm going to do it. So I am going to get that activated at some point over the next few months. So you can follow me over there onto Patreon and I will do the low budgets, medium budgets, and it all depends on what access you can get to certain videos. But you'll have like, for as long as you remember, access and everything else. But that's one way of bringing in some support for me as a business, and it'll help support the YouTube videos as well. So Patreon is a way that I'm going to go. Yeah, definitely. They do a fee on there, but nothing like the 9% that Squarespace want from me for providing content on my own website. Madness. So I'm not prepared to do it. And then having a further, I think, 2.5% taken off me transaction through PayPal, which doesn't sound like a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it's a heck of a lot when you like, you've got they're charging you on your postage. You let your postage a completely separate element. But yeah, so that's where I'm going to go. So I've been doing my research. I could go onto somewhere like the craft pages and groups and stuff like that, online platforms. But again, they charge money for it, and you're like, oh, what's the point of me doing it? And then they always expect you to do discounts. No, I'm not going to do any more discounts unless I want to. But with the Patreon one, we'll have a natter about it and see what you guys want from that. We might do some sort of blend packs where I put them on the website, but from Patreon you get a discount to buy the blend packs, and then you can follow along with what I'm doing on the videos. Yeah, and then maybe release a new colourway or use something like that, and set up a couple of limited edition blend sets that everyone can order, so you can do the same sort of tweedy bats, gradient bats. I'm going to do my storytelling bats as well, which is a really good thing. You've seen me do those before. It was the other year. I haven't had a chance to do them this year. I don't know where I've been this year. I think I've been AWOL half the time. My body's been here, but my brain's been elsewhere. So I'll start getting some more themes put together for the storyteller bats from the one die pots. And those are the sort of things that I'm looking at to do, but they will only be accessed via Patreon. As I said, and you'll get like the link from that. It will take you through to a different section of my YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to watch them directly from there, and you'll always have access to them. So that's where I'm at for the new year. So with further ado, I won't be around for live chat on Instagram this weekend. I'm going to take this weekend off, but I shall be back the following weekend. I'll be back to listings. There is a sale, Boxing Day sale on, that's on the website now. There's 10 and 15% off all the stock on the website. It's already been applied, discount already. Plus you've got your discount code, I can't say it. You've got your discount code if you subscribe. You all, the ones that regulars already know what your number, what the discount code is. Next week, to those that don't use subscribe to the website, I will release a 10% discount code for you guys to use, but not until the 1st of January. That's when I'll release that. So the people that subscribe get the extra 10% discount before anybody else does. I just think that's fair. But yeah, so the Boxing Day sale will last until next Friday, because we're on Wednesday already. Are we on Wednesday? Tuesday we're on, not Wednesday. So yes, so there's a sale on at the moment. Add your VIP code, you'll get an extra 10% off of that at cart. You don't have to do any different doings to get your discounts off the shop, because I've reduced them all last night. Yeah, all stock has got 10 or 15% off. That's all the 3D printed stuff, the spindles, the niddy noddies, they're all down to about £8 I think. Spindles, my charms, stitch markers, and the last of the yarns that I've got on the shop at the moment. I will get some more ordered in and start doing those again, but when things start to pick up again after the season. The last of the remaining bats, I think there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's about 40 odd up there, but 40 bats still on the website. The new ones included have got discount on them. Art project bags, the yarn sets and spinning sets, they've all got about £5 taken off of them. Some are down to £33, just so I can get rid of them. And then that's it. So I'm going to get going. I want to get some more warping done, and then I need to go and chill out before my back gives in on me again. Take care of yourselves. I hope you all have a lovely New Year's. Don't get too drunk. And if you do get drunk, don't go out the front door, because honestly, you'll never find yourself back round that back door wishing out the new year. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you very, very soon. YouTube, I'll be back in a fortnight. Take care. Bye for now.